I can't think of an opening that's funny and witty and cute. So you're just gonna get an opening. Ow! You're gonna get that. It is currently May 6th. It's a little past April, but that's okay. It's been really chaotic at work, and I've just not had much time for myself. So you're just gonna get this video when you're gonna get it, which I hope it's gonna be May 8th, but we will see how fast I edit. So this is going to be the last monthly recap. We're going out with a bang. It's April. It's my birthday month. I've just decided I didn't take a picture of my Spotify for April, and like I said the last time, I feel like it's just a good sign of it's kind of teetering out. If the demand is high, I might bring it back, but otherwise I'm going to take a big leap, and I'm going to try to vlog out in public, which is going to be new. I've never done that before. I kind of find the idea terrifying, which is funny because I don't feel embarrassed in most social situations. But maybe it's something else I just need to grow on or whatever. This really sucks. Let me just move on to what I'm supposed to talk about in this video. But it remains, I'm going to try to vlog IRL. We'll see how that goes. It's easy to film in my office and talk about the month. It's a lot harder to actively film and talk in public. So April. What did I do in April? I did lots of things in April because April was my birthday month. And it was packed full of things, if you've not noticed. It's very blue now. Very like silvery blue. It feels really gross. I don't know why it feels that way. I just got out of the shower. But it feels kind of nasty, not gonna lie. But I actually really like the color it faded to. I dyed my hair purple. That was like in the middle of the month, right before my birthday party. Maybe not in the middle of the month, the beginning of the month. My birthday party was on my birthday. No, not on my birthday, but my birthday was Tuesday and I had my birthday that Saturday. So however long is in between then. I dyed my hair purple for my birthday because I've really jumped ahead of myself. My birthday party is the 6th thing on the list. So I should just reel it on back. Easter, we celebrated Easter this month. Woohoo. Nothing really interesting happened. We had to have it inside this year because it was really freakishly cold, which kind of sucked. But we came and we ate food, and I forced my brothers to take pictures with me, and that's really all it was. Easter is not my favorite holiday. I'm not sure if Easter is anybody's favorite holiday. I just enjoy the free food, to be honest. So there's that. Wow, what a great start to this video. The next thing I have is I tried the K-pop Demon Hunters meal. I watched the movie while I was babysitting a while ago, and I generally kind of enjoyed it from what I was able to watch without the little girl in my ear interrupting every 5 seconds and telling me just literally anything or complaining that she wanted to watch her iPad all day. But whatever. From what I watched of it, I enjoyed the movie. And so when the meal came out, I was like, oh, those little photo cards are so cute. I don't know. Oh, I do have them. We went to the McDonald's and I got this one, the roomie, and I got the little cat dude. That's who I got though. But the funny thing about that story is we went to a different McDonald's than what we usually went to. We also got it because of the boba frosty thingy. Not frosty, that's Wendy's. McFlurry. We wanted to try the McFlurry too, and so we went to a different McDonald's than we usually do. And so we put a mobile order in. And we're sitting and we're waiting and we're waiting. It takes forever. There's literally only one other customer in the store, and there's a couple people in the drive-thru, but it's taking literally forever. And as we're waiting, one of the guys from the drive-thru comes storming through. Mind you, the floors are like wet they had just mopped. It's like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, they had just mopped. And there are wet floor signs everywhere. And he came storming through and he's like, I can't do this right now. I've got to close one of the lanes. And he picks up one of the wet floor signs and takes it outside and it's like a 2-lane McDonald's. So he closes off one lane. And so me and Amber just kind of look at each other like, oh, okay. And so he comes rushing back in, and then the lady comes out with our food, and she's like, here's your food. I'll be back with those McFlurries. And we're like, okay. And so we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. And then finally she brings them to us, and she goes, 2 Oreo McFlurries. And I was like, oh, I didn't order that. I ordered the K-pop McFlurries. And she goes, no, you didn't. And I said, yes, ma'am, I did. She goes, let me see your receipt. And so I pull out my receipt, and yes, I did order the McFlurries. I ordered like the mini sizes. And she goes, oh, you ordered the mini sizes. And I was like, sorry. And so she huffed and puffed and went to the back because apparently they were out of the mini McFlurry cups. And she came back and she was making them, and she brought them out to us, and she didn't even end up using the mini McFlurry cups. She just used the regular size McFlurry cups. And so I don't know what all that was about, but we were like, okay. And so we took them home and we ate them, and it was pretty good. They were like ramen flavored shaker fries, and that was really good. And the McFlurry was pretty good. But just safe to say, it was a very interesting time, and I think I'll stick with the other McDonald's we usually stick to, because now they can be a little spicy up in there, but at least they're fun to watch. Anyway, so that we did that, and then that weekend it was so busy. So my coworker, she also does photography on the side. And one of the parents had booked with her, but then they couldn't go to their session. So instead of asking for a refund, they just asked if they could gift the session to somebody. And so my coworker was like, oh, I know exactly who to give that to. And so she comes and she asks me, and she's like, I want to take a picture of you guys or do a session with you guys. And of course, I'm going to say yes because it's free and I love free things. And so we go to the local park and we set up and we take some pictures, and I say they turned out pretty good considering the story behind that one too. I've been having some issues. I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with my thyroid. I don't know because I've not been to the doctor because I don't have health insurance, but both my brothers and my dad and like 3 of his sisters had issues with their thyroid, so it would not surprise me if I did. Because I had this whole issue with like what I thought was a UTI but wasn't actually UTI. And then I also have this weird like weight gain, really like rapid weight gain I experienced. And so one of my favorite dresses is the Queen of Hearts dress from the Alice in Wonderland, like the Tim Burton movie. And I wanted to wear that, but I couldn't fit into it. I fit into it and it clipped. And usually when it clips, that means it zips. And let me tell you, I probably spent 20 minutes trying to get that thing on, and it would not budge. And finally, we ended up getting it on. I think I had to hold it, and I sucked in, and I zipped it up, and it just gave away at one point. It just gave away, and it zipped. And then I kind of hated how I looked in it. But that's okay, because the pictures turned out nice, right? So that was that. So we went to that, and then immediately after we got our pictures taken, we went to the Hot Slaw and Art Yell Festival. Did you know Cleveland is the hot slaw capital of the world? Not the world, the United States. Don't know if that's true. That's what their slogan says. But they have this little hot slaw festival where you can vote on your favorite hot slaw. I don't like hot slaw, but it's fun to go to. The vendors there were cool. We didn't buy anything, but they had like a lot of free stuff. And so we got like a lot of free stuff. And we went to this food truck. And let me tell you, I wish I remember the name of it because I need to look for it the next time we go to one of those things. I think it's something cheese. They make grilled cheeses, right? It's the best grilled cheese I had ever eaten in my life. So it was homemade pimento cheese and fried pickles and maybe something else. I don't remember, but like it was that. And then they had these garlic fries that were just so good. I'm dreaming about that meal right now. Dreaming. It was one of the best meals I had ever eaten at one of these festivals. It was just so good. And fun fact, this is the first time I have ever tried ranch dressing. I know, crazy. I used to be very picky growing up. I've gotten a lot better since then. But ranch up there is like with hamburger meat. Like it's something like I just thought I could not digest because the smell is just so icky and gross to me. And like if it gets on me, it makes me sick. But like all condiments kind of do that. So I guess I don't know why ranch would be any different. But I did one of the fries in the ranch and it was really good. I'm still a little skeptical about the ranch we have at home. I don't think I would ever reach for the ranch we have at home. However, we did go to the City Cafe at one point and I ate the ranch there. So like, I'm expanding my horizons. I'm doing better. I'm being an adult. But yeah, that was my first time trying ranch and it was really, really good. Although Amber did tell me that was one of the best ranch dressings she ever had. So there could probably be worse ranch dressings too. So we went to that and that was fun. And then the next day, we went to a different festival at a different part. And this is not put on by the city. This is put on by a private company. And in the years, it's called Sweet Tea and Sunshine. And in the years prior, we've gone and we've liked it. The first year we went, it had a lot of like homemade, like cute, like actual like crafty items. I bought my wife a necklace from, she must have been, I don't know, like 14-year-old girl. And she made it out of like, it was a rock and she had painted a flower on it. I have it somewhere. I might try to put a picture if I can find it. And then it was like put in a neck. I don't know, it was put in a necklace somehow. And she just like was in awe because we were the first people who ever bought anything from her. And we were her first sale. And she just was so thrilled. And I remember just feeling like so like, not to like toot my own horn, but like it felt nice because like I'm supporting a local business and this girl who, like put her heart and soul into making things had a sale. And let me tell you, this year was nothing like that. It was all full of AI slop, garbage, pure garbage. If the vendors were AI slop, they used AI slop artwork for their logos. It was just horrible. Like there was maybe like 2 things that were actually homemade and they were like wood carvers. The rest of them were like nothing. We didn't even eat food there. We ended up going to Crystal's because none of the food looked any good. It was just, and compared to the hot slaw festival we went to yesterday, it was just absolutely nothing. It was no good. Absolutely no good. It's very disappointing to see a festival, like a little event, go from like that, like our first year experiencing, to just garbage, basically. AI art is not real art. And there is no changing my mind about that. Because even if your stuff is homemade, the fact that you can't even be bothered to pay a real artist or to do it yourself, why would I want to support your small business when you won't even bother supporting anybody else? Yeah, no thanks. Keep your AI slop at home. I don't want to see it. But that's my opinion on that. We will be moving next to, I guess now I can actually talk about my birthday party. I dyed my hair purple. My hair purple. It's like blue now, giving Billie Eilish realness. I've been told before I look like Billie Eilish and I cling on to that vehemently. But I had a neon themed birthday party. I had it at the arcade in our mall. And let me tell you, we get there. I did not rent it out because if you rented a room, It didn't even supply anything but the room, and it was like $100, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. So there's just like this little table off to the side that anyone can use, so I just commandeered it for me, and I put my stuff on it, and everybody else put my birthday presents on it, and it wasn't very crowded, so like, it wasn't too big of a deal. But we got there, and I was like, hey, I'm paying for mini golf, because they had like a little mini golf course. I'm paying for mini golf, you know, go have fun, play games, whatever. And so I go to buy my game card, and I look around, and nobody is playing games. And I'm like, oh no, like, should I, like, I felt bad because I'm like, nobody, like, not, obviously I don't expect people, like, to come to my birthday party and pay money to go to an arcade. Like, I shouldn't have expected that, but I figured, like, I had been to birthday parties before where I had bought my own game cards, so I figured it wasn't a big deal, but then nobody was playing anything, and I felt really bad. Oopsie. I felt really bad, so I was like, oh, let me just go buy another game card and just let them share it. So I bought another $20 game card, and I was like, hello, y'all can share this, just pass it around between y'all and play some games. And that worked. It got some people moving, and people shared, and some people did buy their own game cards. But they shared the card, and at the end I got all the points anyway because they just handed it back to me. So everyone had fun. They played some games, and I opened my presents. Fun. I got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I got a terrarium. I got a crock pot that I've got no room for. I got that last House Moving Castle novel that I needed. I got Sailor Moon season 2. I feel like there's something else. I got like some money and some cards, and I got a Pachirisu Lego. Ooh, I'm thinking. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I got some pretty good stuff. I was pretty happy. And then after presents, we went and we did blacklight golf. And I was real excited because I took this picture of Pac-Man. And then my wife said it looked like I was trying to rizz up Pac-Man. So that's great. But after everything, it kind of sucked because people had to like come and go. And so when I did the group picture, I didn't get everybody. But like it was still fun. And I'm leaving gaps in my wall for that. I'm very behind because I need to get my past New Year's, and I need to get my birthday party that I just had. And of course I have my wedding photos up there. So yeah, that was my birthday party. It was tons of fun. I had lots of fun, and I celebrated me, who is the most important person in the world. Sarcasm, joking, don't take that seriously, don't cancel me. The next thing I did is busy month, like I told you, busy. We went to the Creative Discovery Museum, which I've talked about this before, to an adult-only event back in October. But this time we went during waking hours when there were children there, because we took our nephews, because their mom had free tickets. She had 4 free tickets. We just needed to buy one more because there were 5 of us total. It's crazy that children, a 3-year-old child, their ticket was the same amount of money as an adult, but whatever. So we went, and that was pretty fun. Very different with children around, but I guess that makes sense. They had like a little Italy exhibit, which was super cute. And the kids had a lot of fun, but I will say it just further irates me the way some people parent, or lack of parenting their children. Because why are you staring at your child as they shove down my child to go up the treehouse, and they just shove him over, and he's like, oh, don't do that. He is well big enough to know not to shove somebody over and get him out the way. Parent your children, please. You are allowed to tell them no. You are allowed to reprimand them. It is not polite to shove somebody over and get them out the way. Ooh, but whatever. Not all the children were bad. Just that one particular incident really irked me. Because what do you mean you're going to shove my child over and not say anything, not even apologize? Whatever, man. But we had fun. I looked cute. Whatever. I don't know. I shouldn't be looking slutty up at the Creative Discovery Museum, but I kind of did. And the last thing that I have is, do I have one with me? No, I already drank it. I found Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut. I was so excited to find this. I had one bottle last year. I found one. We weren't even in my home city. We were, I think, in Knoxville or something crazy when I found it. And I found it and I was like, oh my God, that's a Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut. And so I swooped it up and I bought the bottle, and then I bought a 12 pack of Coke of the cans, and I'm still drinking on it. And some days it does kind of taste like sunscreen, but then some days it's really good. So I feel like I've hit the lottery with that because I like Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut, and I really thought we weren't going to get it after Coke dropped them as a, not a dispenser, but a bottler or whatever. But I had it, and it's actually lingered this time because when I went back to groceries next week, they still had the bottles, and so I bought another bottle because I think it tastes better in the bottle. I think the cans are still good, but like it tastes better in the bottle, in my opinion. So yeah, I got the Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut, and that pretty much is it. I want to say for April, a lot of like smaller miscellaneous things, but mostly we were packed all week. All week we were doing, all week, every week, all month we were doing something. So that's that. Moving on. Like I said, I didn't take a picture on my Spotify, but I will tell you, I did make another new playlist because very briefly I had hyper fixated back on Percy Jackson for whatever reason. I don't watch the show. I read the books, and I don't even read the books with Jason in them, but I did read the Egyptian ones. I really liked those. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I made a playlist about my Percy Jackson OC. And just to preface, my OCs work a little different nowadays because for some reason, it's the same like character, just in different fonts. So like sometimes they have blonde hair, sometimes they have red hair, sometimes they have different color eyes, sometimes they have different personalities, sometimes they have different powers depending on the world. But it's all like, I've expanded the names a little bit, but it's all like at the core the same character. And I don't know why I've hyper fixated on this character type. So it's, imagine like kind of like effeminate young 20s gay male. Again, I don't know why that is like the type archetype I focused on, but like that's what all my characters are. It's just that kind of like little box. And so I will translate that. It's like if it was myself, but as a twink a gay twink femboy. Is that too much information? It might be. Anyway, so this is the playlist revolving that like Percy Jackson OC, and he's the son of Aphrodite, and he didn't go to camp until very late because he just wasn't found until he was an adult. But he's just like super beautiful, and his power, he has like no like strength or anything, but his power is like charisma, so he doesn't actually have to fight. He literally can just charm his way out of every situation ever, even if it's like if he involves a monster in the wood, you know he's about to charm their pants off to get out of there, and it works. I just thought it was funny because I always like to find a way around. It's either brute force, I'm chopping with an axe or a sword, or I'm like the heavy hander. It's either that or I find the complete opposite and I don't fight at all. There's no in between. But anyway, it's called Prince Charming, and it's, the playlist is like poppy, not poppy like the singer, but like pop, bubblegum pop type music. Just just like upbeat, like fun, like something you would hear the son of Aphrodite listen to. But that literally only lasted like a weekend, and I made the playlist, and then I was done, and then it was gone. But I still like the playlist. It's like Marina, and it's like Doja Cat, and it's Poppy and Carly Rae Jepsen, that kind of stuff. So that's the Spotify playlist. And then I have the games that I played. It's been kind of like mixed up a little bit. I've not played like a single game really. I've played a little bit more on Danganronpa because I really need, I'm doing like the island life, and I need to do like the school life and figure out all the lore. But like I also need to play the third game because the 2 is coming out this year, it says, and I want to be able to play it without the whole internet spoiling it for me. And so I feel like a little rushed, but then when I get rushed, I just drop it completely, so I've not been playing it. Oopsie. So I have played a little bit of that. I've been playing a lot of the Pokemon TGC on my phone. So like, you know, like the app. And I just like collecting the Pokemon cards. It's fun. Although I suck at collecting them because I've never once got a God Pack. And my pulls are just like, what do you mean I get a Durant for the first time, and then the next 2 pulls I get a Durant, the same Durant? Are you kidding? What? Are you kidding? Like, really? Like, are we really doing this? Whatever. So yeah, I've not been having really good pulls, but it's fun. I don't spend actual money on them. I just use my pure luck, which is, I guess, I'm not very lucky in that aspect. Yeah, but I've been playing a lot of phone games, because I've also been playing Yu-Gi-Oh a little bit. There have not been any good, like, what's the word? Events. I only care about the character unlocking events, and if they don't, then like I don't really care. I've been trying to unlock some of the other characters. I really want to unlock, I don't remember his name, but I really like his deck. He's like the Frightful Fur deck with like the stuffed animals. They're kind of like gory a little bit. I don't know. They're really cute. I want to unlock that character, and I'm trying to. So that's that. And then I decided, I've been really like in a wormhole of trying to figure out the mystery events, because I know there's a way. Of course you can do like the void glitch, but I've never gotten the void glitch to work. There's the way where you can connect to a Wi-Fi and like change like the IP address, and it can like give you the mystery gift. I have yet to make that work because you need like a certain router to do so. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna try to go to the local McDonald's, because it says find an unprotected like router at like McDonald's for it to work, if the one at home doesn't work. So I might try that, because I've always wanted to get like Shaman and Darkrai and all that, and like I said, I've never got the void trick to work, and I don't want to do it on, well, actually, I don't know if it works on Platinum. I think it works on Diamond and Pearl, but not Platinum. But I've not gotten it to work on either of those. And action replays are just so expensive now. I mean, they were always kind of expensive before, but like looking at them now, they're like $200 from what I've seen. And I guess it's because DSs aren't produced like anymore. But I had always wanted, I remember the day my brother came home and his Pokemon Platinum game had like 99 items and all these Pokemon. And I'm like, how did you do this? And he's like, well, his friend had an action replay and he put it in. And I was like, what? How did you do that? And then he got really mad because I kept using his rare candies to evolve my Pokemon. But like, he didn't want to play it. He just had all these cool stuff and he didn't want to do anything. But yeah. That's yeah. And I also I decided to start a new playthrough of Pokemon Omega Ruby, just because I wanted to. I had way long ago, when GameStop actually ran good sales, I had bought Pokemon Omega Ruby Ultra Moon, Pokemon Y, Ultra Sun, and Pokemon Sun, because they had like a buy one get two free deal on used games. It was really good. So I got a ton of games, and I just had never played them, and I just got kind of the itch, because Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are low-key good games. They would be even better if they let us customize our characters just a little bit. I always thought that since the main character, like the girl character, wore red, and then in Emerald they wore like green, why didn't they wear blue and Sapphire? I mean, that's something so easy they could have changed. Just wear red and Ruby, wear blue and Sapphire, and then maybe give you the choice of like green like later on in the game, and it would still be like true to the original game without being kind of lackluster. But whatever. I picked Torchic, and I found a C-Dot, and I think I'm going to use the C-Dot, and that's as far as I got. Is a Torchic and a C-Dot, which my Torchic is a female. I've only ever had 2 female starters. My first one was Poplipo, which is very convenient, I will say, considering Primarina is a very effeminate looking Pokemon, and she deserves to be a girl. And this Torchic just so happened to be female, so I was like, hell yeah, I'll take it. And then the C-Dot I also caught. I found it in the little Pokenav thing, and it knows beat up, which I'm like, why does this move kind of suck? So then I realized that you have to have like 6 Pokemon in the party, and it hits like without how many Pokemon are in the party. So like if you only have 2 in your party, then it's only gonna hit twice. But if you have 6 Pokemon in your party, it's gonna hit 6 times. And so I just put I'm trying to catch as many Pokemon as I can to go ahead and flesh out the decks a little bit. So I just put them on, and I'm turning on the XP share so I can level them up and also use beat up to its full potential. And as for TV shows, I've been lacking on my TV shows too. I've not been watching really much of anything. We've been watching What I Like About You with our dinner show. And we've got a lot of gay jokes in it, like an abundance of like gay and like lesbian jokes. But it's also co-written by Dan Schneider, so I don't know what that particularly means. We all know what it means. But we've been watching that, and I've not been watching a lot of my shows. I will say I'm very excited because next month in June is Interview with the Vampire Lestat, Interview with a Vampire, the 3rd season. And I'm really excited, and the trailer has got me hyped up. And I'm really stressed about that too, because I do not have AMC Plus and I do not have cable. So I haven't decided how I'm going to watch it, if I'm going to get a free trial or if I'm going to resort to other means. Regardless though, because if I wait, because I want the DVD, but if I wait to get the DVD, then it's going to be all over the internet, and I'm just going to see spoilers. So I have to watch it as it premieres. So we'll see what happens. My friend Abby also is super into it, and she's going to watch it too, but the week it premieres, she's going to be in Disney, at Disney World, so like, I can't watch it with her either. So we'll just have to see how that goes. And that is it. That is it for April. I'm hitting 30 minutes. That's not too bad. That's about average, I think, for this type of video. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my birthday month. Aries season is officially over. It's Taurus season. It is May. And this is it. This is going to be it. Not completely it, but like for right now, the monthly recaps, this is it. I did the year. How convenient it was for me to get tired out of this when 1 year was over. So it's like an even, I started in May, but like it's an even 1 year. I end in April. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. Plug in. I got my new Instagram. Y'all are really slacking on my Instagram, but Instagram's really slacking because I used to get so many likes. I would post even on my like personal Instagram and like my cosplay Instagram. I would post and I would get so many likes and so many followers just by like people I knew and people I didn't know. But like I don't know, the new system now kind of sucks, man. I mean, you can only use 5 hashtags, and it seems to not even work half the time. And I try to use like some big hashtags, some like small hashtags. It just, whatever. That Instagram's up if you want to look at the Instagram. Excuse me. And of course, I've got like my Twitch and my gaming channel, which I've not uploaded anything on. I can't decide if I want to upload stuff on there, if I want to just upload it to my main channel, because my wife said it was a good idea to separate them. But I also don't know if I want to do that. So it used to be a live stream, like a Twitch stream like channel, but I also don't stream on Twitch anymore. I don't even know if I want to do that anymore. I've not done it in a while. I don't know if streaming is for me. I really like YouTube videos, like the planning and the editing. But there is some fun stuff to streaming. But I still have it. If I ever do stream, I mean, it's there. It'd be fun to watch. I'm very entertaining to watch, I think. And of course, my cosplay Instagram and all the other good stuff is up there. So, my TikTok. So feel free to go look at those other things. Feel free to check out the other videos like this one on my YouTube channel. If you like what you see, you stick around for a little while. I'm trying to interact more because I learned that YouTube might think you're a bot if you never interact with other people's videos, which I didn't know that. That might also be a reason why my stuff isn't shown on Instagram and stuff. But like, I just feel awkward commenting on other people's stuff because like, I don't know. It's just, it's not really awkward, but like if I'm scrolling on Instagram and I just see this picture, like, what do I even say? I guess I could leave them a compliment. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking these things. I'm rambling again. Hopefully this is raining outside. This is when I need to stop. I don't know how to end this video. I'm stopping right now. Goodbye.